crazier, and at the end of the day we're a show about like regular people, and for me it was just like combating that and making sure that whatever we did felt like real and felt like it could happen in real life. And, we took a lot of the things, like I really had wind downs with my friends back in the day in my tiny apartment, and sometimes it would get crazy, and just tapping into the things that felt real for these characters, real choices. And so there's pressure for sure, like we want to make a great season, but we don't feel pressure to just go all the way in terms of plot twists and turns and things like that. You're gonna see very, very real stories play out.
We love real stories. And one of the things I really loved about this episode was Molly being in therapy. Because Lord knows, so many of us need it. As a black folks, nothing against church, but you need some therapy sometimes. So, Yvonne, are we going to see you really maturing this season? Because last season you were a bit of a man-hungry mess. And now this season, you were. Stop it.
At Bevy, you don't sugarcoat anything, so.
Exactly.
Molly is a beautiful mess, and season 2, she's gonna try and discover how to get help. As you can see, the therapy session did not go as one would intend. She's trying to get help, but she gets in her way a lot, as we saw in season 1. So maybe she does that in season 2. Maybe she gets help. We don't know. We'll see. It's a start. She's there.
Exactly.
Give her something.
MJ, Team Lawrence. I told you last season that I thought that you were a fake nice guy, and this season certainly proves that. Lisa Meyer is a stereotypical fake nice guy. Ladies, how many of you have dated a guy who seems perfectly nice? Like, he's a great guy, he's got a job, he's really nice, he's awesome, but he really ain't shit, just like a dog.
Is there a question?
I unpack that. Now I'm going to move into this. But you're actually a really nice guy. So how do you tap into the character of Lawrence? Do you get references from your friends? Were you once that guy until you matured? Where do you get the inspiration?
It's interesting. I think, first of all, a lot of these stories, it all starts obviously in Issa's head, and then it's unpacked in the writer's room, and then they sit there and they talk about stories, and then talk about how they're gonna, if they can weave some of their own personal stories into these characters' lives. And, I think, what we saw in this episode is real life. I don't know that he's a fake nice guy as much as he's lost, and I think that is a real thing. I think, when you have been in a relationship for a while and something like that happens to you, you don't know which way to go, and your feelings are kind of all over the place. Maybe you run into something because it's easy. Maybe you want to go back to something because it's familiar, and it kind of puts you in this push and pull. And I think, as men, we don't necessarily use our words, as Yvonne likes to tell me. And so we live in our heads and just get confused. And I think that's kind of what's happening in the Lawrence movie.
Well, I still love Lawrence. And I especially like the nude scenes with Lawrence. Lawrence is in it literally and figuratively. Very impressive backstrokes. You can do it with your backstrokes.
That stroke is actually mine.
I know.
I didn't come to the writer's room or anything like that. That one is what I worked on. My mom's not here.
I think you're ready for a scene like that. What's the prep like? Do a lot of push-ups.
What's the prep like? What's your number? Exactly. Tonight.
Well, everyone talks about when they do nudes, certain people really hit the gym really hard, they cut out the carbs, they do different things. Did you do anything with that?
Yeah, I do a little bit of all of that. I definitely work out quite a bit. I changed the way I eat. I'm probably crafty, probably hates me because I get super difficult with what I will or won't eat on set every day. But I do change the way I eat quite a bit. I used to do push-ups. I don't do them as much anymore. Now it just doesn't feel, I don't know, it feels weird to do them because you're in a room with 8 people sitting there watching you do push-ups, so it's kind of weird.
Daniel does push-ups.
peaches.
Y'all gonna come in here and support Molly, okay? Okay. But then when you get on set, it is a talk through thing. It's usually a very close set. One of the things that's dope, and I don't know if this is something that Issa intended or Melina intended or not from the gate, but we always have one of our camera crews is all women. So when we shoot those scenes, that is who is in the room. So the woman is always comfortable.
Yes.
Which is the most important part of the sex scene to begin with. And then it's always a private rehearsal where it's usually just a director that walks us through it, and then Issa and Princess come in and she shows it to them, or they show it and they kind of give their feedback on it, and then we do it in front of the crew.
So speaking of having so many women in behind the scenes on your crew and everything, this season, was it easier to find people? Because I know we've been hearing at this festival that, you know, a lot of times you can find directors or you can find writers, directors of photography, and sound people and different things like that. Those are kind of harder to find. Have you found that to be difficult?
I always think they're easier to find and just harder to vet. People won't necessarily give them a chance. They're everywhere. Like, I know so many. They're really good. If you want to find them, just look and you can get them. There's a system in place that kind of denies them the opportunity to get a chance because of experience. And they're not going to be able to get experience if you don't give them a chance. So we took a chance a lot this season. And, you know, we're very happy with the chances that we took, and we're going to continue to do that. And I think that, you know, a lot of showrunners, like the Ava DuVernays out there, and the Ryan Murphy?
Yeah, right.
Yes, Ryan Murphy, you know, are taking chances and making it their mandate to hire women and people of color. And that's what more people just have to do at the end of the day. There really is zero, it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Right.